Truly, Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, but some years we are so busy that we miss the most important parts of the season. It's easy to let presents and decorations and travel and parties and making everything perfect crowd out the calm and joy that should come when we spend time with our families and contemplate the birth of our Savior. On top of the usual busyness, when finances are tight, the holidays can become stressful, even dreaded. Instead of seeing a time to join with family and celebrate the Prince of Peace, you worry about how you will manage to make ends meet with all the extra costs brought on by Christmas. Today I'm going to share 7 practical tips for having a simple, low-stress Christmas. I would love to hear what you do to keep Christmas simple and meaningful down in the comments. I'm Stephanie from sixfiguresunder.com. Welcome to our Frugal Festivities series, where we're sharing 25 days of Christmas cheer on a budget. If you're new here, you'll want to subscribe and click the bell for notifications so that you can follow along. Stick around till the end of this video and I'll share the exciting challenge we have coming up in January. You're going to want to participate. Okay, let's talk about simplifying Christmas. It's okay to scale back on Christmas. You definitely don't want to add to your debt or create financial stress by going overboard on holiday expenses. As an added benefit, you might find that a simpler Christmas is more enjoyable and meaningful. My first practical tip for having a simple, low-stress Christmas is to limit and prioritize your activities. One way to minimize the busyness of Christmas is to talk with family members about the one activity that is the most important to each of them. If they could each only choose one holiday activity, what would it be? Give them some time to think through their favorite activities of past years and decide what holiday activity is on their can't-miss list. Their answers might actually surprise you. Then, as you plan out your December schedule, prioritize each person's most important activity. You might choose to add in other activities, but they will be secondary. Tip number 2. Give of yourself instead of spending money on gifts. Think creatively about how you can give thoughtful gifts through service without spending a lot of money. One of my favorites is to offer to scan old family photos, the ones gathering dust in your parents' garage, and put them on a CD or a USB drive for family members. What a treasure! Do you remember making coupon books for your mom on Mother's Day that she could redeem for a hug, breakfast in bed, or a chore of her choice? You can still give those as grown-ups too. The important part is to make sure that you follow through. Don't wait for the recipient to ask you. Keep reminding them to redeem their service. Number 3, resist the social pressure to give gifts that are outside of your budget. Don't compare what you are giving with what someone else gives you. I know this is easier said than done, as we naturally tend to compare ourselves to others. Remember, the purpose of a gift is not to impress or to get praise. The purpose of a gift is to show love. Your gift does not need to be expensive or match any monetary standard to show love. Number 4, give fewer gifts to your children. Children can be easily overwhelmed by the hubbub of receiving. In fact, sometimes we do our children a real disservice by overgiving. I like the advice, something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read. We try to stick to that, though we usually give some family gifts as well, like a game or a special experience. Giving is fun, and it's easy to want to shower our children with gifts, but too much of a good thing stops being good. Number 5, trim down your giving list. Some years it's fun to include the postman, the plumber, and every teacher your kids have ever had when you're giving treat plates or neighbor gifts. Other years, you need to simplify and be more selective. If you're feeling the need to simplify this year, whether out of time or budget, give yourself permission to cut down on your giving list. Number 6, give where it matters. A couple of years ago, my husband told me that one of his coworkers announced that he and his wife decided that instead of spending the $200 they usually spend on making goodie plates for all the coworkers, friends, and neighbors, they plan to take that money and donate it straight to the food bank. What a wonderful idea! Not only are you saving yourself all the time and stress of making and delivering treats, and let's be honest, no one really needs more treats at Christmas time, but you're giving in a way that makes a bigger difference. Number 7, if you're hosting, make it a potluck. Many hands make light work. In many families, including mine, having everyone help contribute to shared family meals is standard. But in some families, the burden of the entire elaborate meal is left on one person's shoulders. If you're that person, don't hesitate to ask others to contribute to the meal. They'll feel happy to contribute, and you will have more time to actually enjoy their company instead of slaving away in the kitchen the whole time. I want to hear what you're doing this year or what you've done in the past to simplify your holiday celebrations. Let's chat down in the comments. I want to introduce you to what we've got going on in January. In January, to start the new year off right, I'm hosting the Frugal Fresh Start Challenge right here on this channel and over on my website. Every weekday in January, we'll be tackling a new way to be more frugal. Learning to be frugal and manage your money will help you no matter what your financial goals are. Click the link in the description to sign up for the challenge, and I'll send you the printable workbook for free before the challenge starts so that you can easily follow along and participate. It's going to be awesome. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of Frugal Festivities, 25 days of Christmas cheer on a budget. See you tomorrow.